Still lit.
Hey guys, Mishka here. So, wanted to go over the Citadel raid since that's what a lot of people had questions about. Boss 1 here. I didn't know we were going, so I started a little bit late, so I apologize that I didn't, I'll just be basically narrating everything that happened as it goes. So on this boss, he drops crystals from the sky. So those red circles denote where the crystals go. You want to jump out of those AoEs. Every now and then a giant crystal will pop up, so one just popped up on me. You want to get everybody to stack up on it and get the crystals to drop on top of it. Because as you fight, you will gain stacks that deal damage over time, and those stacks will also cause you to deal less damage to the boss. And the only way to get rid of those stacks is you find the big crystal, so that one there, we call it the torch, and you have to get half of your party to drop their crystals onto that torch. And that'll light it up, and then you'll remove your stacks. And then you won't take damage, and you'll be dealing full damage to the boss. Now, in this particular instance, Suga desynced, and because of that, Ducky had to kite the boss, which is why there was a lot of movement. That's why she's moving around a lot. Normally, we don't do that, but because of the desync, we had to make do, and Suga's back now, so we should be doing far less movement. So, circles drop. You jump out of the circles. You find the big crystal. There it is. You jump to the big crystal. At least half your party needs to go there. Drop all the crystals on that one and get it to light and remove your stacks. If you're a ranger, what you can do is you can stay back to get your globes, and then after the crystals drop, move in closer. That way everybody can get to the crystal. As a musketeer, I like to wait. As you see, right before he does the crystal rain, I bounce a shield orb. It's not going to protect you if you take 5 crystals, but if you manage to get hit by your own crystal, a shield orb typically will protect you. So it's pretty much just rinse and repeat. We didn't have a full party here, so our DPS was a little bit lower than what we're used to doing, so it's going to take a little bit of time. Bounce the shield. Oh, no, that wasn't shield. That was a renew, I guess. Here we go. Get to the crystal. Get the shield ready. Crystal rain. Get everybody with a shield orb. Jump out of the way. Torch lights. Jump back to remove your stacks. You don't have to get on top of the torch to remove your stacks. Pretty much anywhere you see those little circles there. If you're within that radius of a circle, you'll be fine. Even just outside of it, you're good. So crystal rain, shield, jump out of the way. As a musketeer, basically you're just bouncing renew on cooldown. As long as you do that, you should keep everybody alive. It's once you start to get 2 stacks, you absolutely cannot fail again. If you get 3 stacks, you're probably in trouble. You can do this with bards, as long as you jump out of the way of the crystals, since bards don't really have any shielding capabilities. I only did musketeer because it was kind of like I said, I wasn't aware that we were going. I was still playing around, looking at memes, and then I heard, okay, we're going. I was like, oh god, all right, start recording. So crystals, remove stacks, so on and so forth. Bounce renew, hit him with weakness. As you saw, we also have a bard here. 1 bard, 1 musketeer, more than enough. Boom. Get ready for the shield orb. Shield, jump out of the way, and then jump back to remove the stacks. Because the stacks deal damage over time and they reduce your damage output. Bouncing renew, so everybody gets it. And then if people's health gets low, and you're significantly into the fight, like a quarter of the way through his health, you can bounce cure wounds. You shouldn't steal aggro, especially if you've got 2 tanks. I think I did that once or twice in this fight. And boss goes down. That boss will drop gloves and shoulders, but I already done this raid. Alright, boss 2. This boss is probably my favorite because of how easy he is. Things to watch out for. He will shoot chains out, and if you're attached to the chains, you'll take damage over time. You'll see that here in a minute. Other things he does, he will jump and leave an AoE on the ground. And he will, so there's the chains. I guess it's kind of hard to see because I'm so far back. There's chains going off to the right. If you're attached to the chains, like I said, you take a small amount of damage over time. If you are not attached to the chain, because the chain kind of anchors to a person, and you walk through or you're touching the chain, you will take a lot of damage. So if you have the chains, please don't move around. There's the jump, and he leaves that AoE pool on the ground. So you can see the chains there going to the left and the right. Like I said, those people will take small amounts of damage because they're attached to it, but if you're not attached to it and you move through it, you take a lot of damage. Now, when he gets to under half health, he has a little timer where he starts doing this, his little rampage. At rampage, he will switch aggro to somebody else, and he will just charge them. And if he gets to them, he deals a lot of damage. So you just kind of want to kite and just, keep moving. He's got a lot of damage reduction when he's doing that. So take that time to build up tiles. There's his rampage again. Ducky, our warrior, hits him with a hamstring a lot of the time right before he starts rampaging so that it's easy for us to kite. And now he's done rampaging, he goes back to the tank. And then we just kind of burst him while he's up. And he's going to start rampaging here again. There he goes, rampage. But as you see, he's super slow because Ducky hamstring him. Because Ducky's awesome and Suga's kiting. And back to normal. I think we burn him down right here. Does he go for another rampage? I sure hope not. Hey, look at that. Alright, cool. And he drops headpiece. Third boss. Third boss is kind of funny. So we start by hitting him. Now there's going to be some orbs in the sky that you'll see here in a second. And there they are. If you hit the orbs, there's a chance that they will come down and try to explode on you. So we ignore the orbs. They do that little beam, and they spawn ads. Once they spawn the ads, we ignore the boss, and we just focus on the ads. The tank keeps taking the boss, pulling, just gathering aggro. We keep killing the ads because there's only a finite amount of ads that this boss spawns. I think it's like 3 or 4 cycles of those little, like, Scotty beam me up whatevers. So we just kill the ads, right? More orbs. Boom, they spawn ads. Now it should be noted when they do that, and you see those little boom, right? The lines come down and then it kind of explodes. That does deal damage to everybody. So this right here, they would spawn ads, but we're out of ads. That right there deals damage. But notice that there's no more ads being spawned, so you can now ignore that mechanic entirely. From here, we focus on the boss. When he gets to 3/4 half health, and 1/4 health, he spawns those 2 ads, the big ones. And he starts a timer called Consume. Essentially what Consume is if you don't kill the ads in that amount of time, he consumes, I guess, gobbles up those ads, and he heals himself. While he's doing Consume, he doesn't take damage. So even if you kill the ads before the timer's up, he still has, a couple seconds of immortality. So you just kind of deal with it. And like I said, build up your tiles, put some afflictions on him, do what you got to do. So he's going to get down to half health, and he's going to spawn ads again. There they are, consume. So we burn the ads. And then once the ads are down, we just kind of chill out until consume is over, So whether that's, taking a small break, putting afflictions on, building up tiles by, following a rotation or whatever, and you just kind of keep burning. So yeah, as long as you let those ads spawn at the beginning, you don't have to deal with that mechanic anymore. And if you do shoot them down, there's like a, 50% chance or so that the orb that you shoot will come down and explode on the group. And it deals quite a bit of damage, but it's divided among the total number of people that it hits. So you want to be grouped up if you're going to do that. But as far as our group, we just ignore it because, like I said, there's only, so many waves of ads, and we can burn those while the tank gets a lot of aggro. So that should have been the last set of ads, and now we just burn the boss. Thank you, Rupert. And down goes the boss. And then this boss will drop headpiece. But again, I've already done the raid this week, so I didn't get any drops. The last boss, Tap. This guy has a lot of mechanics, so I'm just going to explain them as we go. First thing, hit the boss. We have 2 tanks, a support tank, and a bard. Now that AoE right there, the giant circle, it deals a lot of damage, but it divides the damage among everybody in the group, so you want to get as many people in it as possible. Those orbs will deal a lot of damage. You want to shoot those down before they hit anybody. That is priority number one. Priority always goes to those orbs. He does spawn ads, so I'm trying to get the ads off the tanks by hitting them with some AoEs. There's the orbs again. Killing the Pistoler because the Pistoler deals damage. Now, Cephatep has 3 shield phases. The first phase, the orange or the red shield. Once he's shielded, you can't deal damage to him. To get the shields to go away, you need to accomplish certain tasks. So in this case, the task that you need to do to get rid of the orange shield or the red shield is everybody in your party needs to get hit by that AoE that falls down from the sky. So you're going to see the AoE falls down from the sky. We all get hit by it. Cephatep moves off to the side and starts doing his volley attack. When this happens, the portal that's behind us will open up to hell, and you have to go there and kill bad guys in order to come back and continue the boss fight. So we kill the rest of the ads. One tank stays behind and tanks those orbs. Otherwise, the orbs will go to the portal and destroy the portal. So we have a paladin chilling out here doing that. You can also use a musketeer. I found musketeers can do that. Go through the portal. Kill the ads. The first ad set is very easy. It's just a couple of spiders. So we leave one tank out there and everybody else goes in, and we kill everything that moves until it's dead. And once it's dead, I didn't realize that thing was still alive. You pop back out, and we stay pretty much exactly where we are. We stay over on this side because there's no sense in moving. As long as we stay as a group, we'll be good. So he still does the AoEs, he still shoots the orbs out from above his head, and as you see, I immediately change the trajectory of my spells to hit those orbs instead of him. That's priority number one. He spawns ads, we kill the ads. The next shielding phase he's going to do is a green shield. And in order to break the green shield, you need to kill a certain number of ads all within a certain number of seconds of each other. Now, I've heard people say 5 ads, I've heard people say 7 ads, I've heard people say it's within 3 seconds, within 4 seconds. We try to get, 3 groups, 3 or 4 groups of ads all up, and then we murder all of them at the same time if we can. So this is where having a support tank in our group is especially useful, because we have a tank that stays with the DPS group. So there's the green phase. And basically all she does is she grabs all the ads, as you can see there, and holds the ads, and we do not kill them. We let her tank those ads until we have enough ads to kill. So I think in this case we waited for one more group. We also killed the pistolers because the pistolers deal far more damage than the melee guys. As long as you kill the pistolers, it's not terrible. I can't remember if we decided to go for this group or not. I think we might. Yeah, we waited for. Okay, we waited for one more group of ads. I killed the bolts, as you see there, and then I don't think we succeeded on this one. We had a little bit too much time go by in between kills, so the portal didn't open. So yeah, you see how it's taking a bit of time for us to kill all of them. It took too long, so the portal did not open. You can see the portal in the background has kind of a weird glow. That means that we started to do the right thing, but we didn't finish it. So in this case, we just waited out. We let more ads spawn. If you do have a musketeer or a bard, especially in green phase, if you take a few rotations, a few extra ad spawns, it's definitely worth telling your musketeers or bard hit stuck combat, because while the boss is shielded, he's not taking damage. So the paladins, while they use their pips, they're not actually dealing damage. So it's hard for them to gain extra aggro. So if you have your healer reset their aggro, that'll help significantly, because there are times where the healer might accidentally pull because they've healed so much, and the paladin or the healer, the tanks aren't getting extra aggro. So I think here is where we decide, okay, let's go ahead and burn all these guys. We have enough of them. I think, yeah, if I'm doing triplicity, there's a good chance we're getting ready to burn. When you're killing the large groups, I highly suggest you start with the high HP enemies first. So there we go, the portal opened, and we had a few extra ads. Kill the high health enemies first, because if you kill the low health ones, that timer starts. You have to kill all of them within a few seconds of each other. The timer starts, and then you have to kill the high HP ones after that. If you kill the high HP ones, and then you go to the low HP ones. They all die much closer grouped. So here we go. Hell phase 2. Still not bad. Just a couple of normal enemies here. Hell phase 3 is the difficult one. I think we had yeah. So in this case, Suga desynced when he was out there tanking the orbs. So we kind of waited for a second. The cool thing about this boss is that once you get to the hell phase, as long as you don't go into hell or you don't have aggro in hell, you can wait this out almost indefinitely. A paladin, just a single paladin, can tank all those orbs forever. So that's nice. They can prevent those orbs from hitting the portal. And if the orbs do hit the portal and the portal explodes, it's a wipe. There's just no fixing that. So we were waiting for Sugar to relog, and we're good to go. So basically, again, just, yeah, kill all the ads. And there was one left. And once again, when we come out of hell, we stay pretty much where we're at. You do want to keep the party together because, like I said, those AoEs, when they hit the ground, they deal a lot of damage, but it's divided among everybody in the group. So the more people you have grouped up when that AoE hits, the better. The tanks bring Cephaltep over towards the middle because that's where the ads spawn. So if he's over where the ads spawn, as soon as the ads spawn, we see it and we can kill them, as opposed to us looking off to the left, killing Cephaltep, and then we look to the right and there's been 12 groups of ads. So we kill the orbs. The last shielded phase that he does in order to open up the portal to hell, those orbs that we've been shooting down this whole time, you need those to actually hit something. So still shooting the orbs down because he's not shielded. The way that we do that is we have our support tank stand in front of everybody. Everybody stacks up behind the support tank, and the paladin will just raise their offhand. I don't think everybody was stacked up, so we actually shot those down this time. Masquerade took one. So you see that deals a lot of damage. So we're just kind of chilling here. I'm waiting for the ads. I'm like, okay, I'll kill the ads. Here comes the orbs. We do not shoot the orbs because we need those to die. We all stack up behind Ducky, except for Masquerade, who decides to stand off to the side, eats an orb, dies for it. But you know what? His sacrifice was very much appreciated because hell opened up. So thank you, Masquerade. You are a champ. I was actually surprised that he survived through the first one. That was pretty awesome. All right, the third hell phase is by far the most difficult. You're dealing with one of the groups from the Forsaken Isle. We have our tanks run the Plea of Divinity, just in case. That way we have a spare res. But yeah, this group kind of sucks. Hell is darker on the third phase, yes. So just nuke them as much as you can. The purple guy will drop those AoEs that pretty much insta-kill anybody that it hits. So that was an ult to heal. You can notice, boom, he goes down. It's a good attempt, Beef. This group is pretty difficult, especially since our only healer, as I mentioned before, was a bard. So we have a single bard here. Kind of hard to heal through that as a single bard. Very, very hard to heal that as a single bard. So hella impressive that we only had one death there. Great job by Bunny. And then that was all the hell phases. So from this point on, just following the rotation, kill the orbs in the sky, kill the ads, and then kill the boss. Stay grouped up so that the AoE shares the damage among everybody. And then, yeah, just murder late. I like to focus on the ads because a lot of people like to focus on the boss, especially when we get so close to the end here. We have a tendency to just kind of say, yeah, forget the ads, we're close enough. I actually do the same thing. I think after this, I look around for ads, say, okay, that was the last ad group that I'm dealing with, and just focus on the boss again after we kill the Pistler, because the Pistler deals a lot of damage. Yeah, see, I just completely ignore that guy because the boss is so low, and boom, there you go. So in about 20 minutes, that's the raid. Hope you guys enjoy.